Moving on to the spine now, I'm going to use block once again for my external cue. I'm going to place it in between my thighs. Once again, you do not have to use an external cue. Start engaging all the muscles from the bottom of my feet all the way to my glutes to help keep my hips square towards the front. Imagine as if there were laser beams coming from your hip points. During this controlled articular rotation for your spine, we're going to try to keep them as straight as possible. So I'm keeping that laser beam as straight as possible. I'm using my irradiation to squeeze my glutes to help keep my hips in place. And once you find that irradiation for your glutes and your lower extremities, we're going to cross our hands over our chest. And we're going to tuck in our chin. And now, pretending to, as if we had a piece of tape stuck to our spine, we're going to slowly just unwind one vertebra at a time as we flex forward. Once you find full flexion for your spine here, much like the neck, we're going to rotate our spine towards the left side. Once again, keeping our hips facing forward. Once you find full rotation towards the left, we're going to teapot over our left shoulder into lateral flexion. And now we're going to go into extension as we bring our spine all the way back, trying to keep our hips facing forward and not tipping all the way forward. Teapot all the way towards the right side. Now rotate all the way towards the right. And now we're going to follow through back into forward flexion for this half rep. You can follow through all the way towards the left side, or you could go back towards the right as we rotate towards the right side. Teapot over that right shoulder. And then we're going to go into extension as we go all the way back, trying to recruit each vertebra here along your spine as best you can. Teapot that left shoulder, rotate towards the left. And now let's head on back to full flexion to complete our rep. And once again, do 2 to 3 reps for your morning routine. Going into a side view now for our spine cars. Once again, I'm using a block for an external cue. And place it in between my thighs. Start grounding my feet down into the floor. Start squeezing and engaging my glutes about 30%. Keeping my hips straight. The laser beams going straight towards the front. Taking a deep breath in. Irradiating my core as I breathe into my core. Hands facing forward and cross your hands over your chest. Tucking in that chin. And moving just our spine now for our spine cars. We're going to flex forward one vertebra at a time as best we can. Once I reach full flexion, I'm going to rotate my spine towards the left side. Once again, keeping my hips facing forward. Once I find full rotation for the left side, I'm going to teapot over my left shoulder. And now from here, I'm going to go into spinal extension go all the way up to the top, and then head on over towards the right side, teapotting over my right shoulder into lateral flexion. Rotate towards the right side. And now follow all the way through back into spinal flexion for that half rep. And now we're going to we could go back towards the left side, or we could reverse towards the right side. I'm going to reverse as I rotate towards the right. Teapot over, laterally flex my spine towards the right side. And now I'm going to go into extension as I look all the way up to the top. Over to the left side. Now teapot that left shoulder over. Rotate toward the left side. And now I'm going to follow that into flexion just like we did in the beginning, completing my rep. Once again, 2 to 3 reps for your morning routine spine. All right.